Well, by 2015, you guys got your star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, 50 years after forming the group. How did that feel?
Felt very good about it because we was waiting for it one day. He said, well, they ain't going to do something for us. Hollywood Walk of Fame. We wrote a song about it. Hollywood Swing. Come on, give us a break, man. But we felt very good about it. The one that's still out there, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We still haven't got no love there yet. So, hey.
Oh, you guys didn't get inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame yet?
No.
That's crazy.
We got pretty much everything else but that. And
That's crazy.
We've been out with 48 shows with Van Halen, 10 shows with Kid Rock, Dave Matthews Band, Rod Stewart. It goes on and on. Def Leppard. Come on, man. Give us some love.
I know, right? That's crazy. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I assumed you guys were in it, but then when you mentioned it, I'm like, oh, wow, no, they're not. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's still time.
Yeah.
Right. Because you guys were inducted into New Jersey Hall of Fame, and there's actually a street in Jersey City called Kool The Gang Way.
Yeah. So we grew up on Pacific Avenue on the corner there. Kool The Gang Way is on Pacific and Whitney Street, yeah.
Well, in 2020, we lost your brother, Ronald Nathan Bell. From what I understand, it was a shock. No one saw it coming. When you heard the news, how did you feel?
It was a shock because we were on a cruise ship because he was living down in St. Thomas at the time. And we had just went by the house. You can get off the ship and they give you about 2 or 3 hours. Come back late, forget about it, you're going to leave your butt. But we was over there, and I get a call from his wife, and she tells me, your brother passed. I said, what? Because it wasn't like he had been in sick or in hospital or anything like that. He was in the bathroom, as she says, and he started choking. And he was goggling, trying to stop it, and he couldn't catch his breath. He made it back to the bedroom, and he just fell out. They tried to resuscitate, bring him back. That was it. That quick.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry for your loss. And then 15 months later, you guys lost Dennis Thomas, another founding member of the group.
Yeah. Yeah, it's only 2 of us left, right? George Brown and myself.
Yeah.
We love Charles Smith, Ricky West, Clifford Adams, But we got a lot of new guys, but the new guys have been with us for 20 or 30 years. So here we are, and like I said, we just dropped a new album. George was pretty instrumental in that album called People Just Want to Have Fun. We have a single called Let's Party. And that's what we're doing. Keep it moving and grooving.
So what album number is this, the one you just dropped?
Oh, shit, I forget, about 35 something. I mean, you put everything else thing up, you put all the other stuff like the remix albums and the various other albums and the studio albums. We had quite a few.
Well, Robert Kool Bell, you've been doing this for over 50 years, and you're still doing it. You're still dropping new music. You're still touring. You're still doing shows. You look great, by the way. You look healthy. It's just amazing.
I let this great beard go out now, Some people, man, you look old. Then they say, no, you
colored up.
You look
just for men. Why do you think after all this time, what gets you up in the morning and still doing this music thing? Because with all the albums you've sold, with as many times as your songs have been sampled and so forth, you could have retired decades ago, but you still get up every morning. You're still doing interviews like this. You're still performing at shows. Like what makes you do this?
Well, the adventure of it all. It's like, this is, music is our life. We said music is a message, and we can continue to do what we do. if we sat around, me and myself, and didn't do it anymore, shit, I might be right at the end of my ticket. Just sit around doing nothing? No. It's like we call ourselves like the Magnificent Seven. Let's saddle up. Let's go out there again. Now, this Rolling Stones do it too now. There's other groups that do it too, but that's our life, man. This is what we do.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the Rolling Stones, U2, I just saw a special with them. They're still together after all these, 40 years or something like that.
Yeah.
My last question, as someone who's been in the music industry most of his life, you hear a lot of horror stories in terms of people not being compensated for their music, having their music stolen, signing bad contracts and so forth. When you look at your music career, do you feel that you got paid fairly for all the music that you helped create or not really?
Well, we had some ups and downs. I guess I have a saying, you live and learn, and then you learn to live. Good lawyers, understand the contracts, understand how these companies press your record up. I'm not going to say the names right now, but there was one. It was like 5 for us, 1 for Kool The Gang. Where'd the rest of them go? Out the back door, man. Come on. But that was the business back then, But you live and you learn how to make a better deal, get a better lawyer, and keep those people out of your business.
For the aspiring musician who's in their bedroom right now making music, hoping one day to be doing shows and selling millions of albums, what advice would you give that kid?
Well, like I was just saying, try to learn as much about the business as well. Publishing, copyrights, writing, trying to get a good lawyer. Sometimes that's not easy to do. He's good in the beginning, then he out the back door. Pay your taxes. Pay your taxes. He ain't gonna get away from the IRS. That's your partner for the rest of your life.
That is your partner for the rest
as
of your life.
As long as you're making money, the IRS gonna be there.
Oh, yeah. I have paid the tax man millions of dollars throughout my life. I continue to pay him.
So you know what that's
knocking
about.
on my door right now, waiting for his check.
Yeah.
Well, Robert Kool Bell, man, thank you so much. I've been such a long-time fan, most of my life. I was born in 1973, so I grew up listening to your music.
Okay.
And it's just amazing to see you still doing it. And I just love how this music, with the DSPs and the Spotifys, is being reintroduced to a world of people that, weren't even born when some of these hit records were coming out.
I have people come up sometimes. And they say,
sorry, go ahead.
Well, why don't y'all play Hidey High? Hidey High, we ain't played that in years. They come up with songs that we haven't played in a long time. You have to think about all the other songs. Cause the hits. The hits are going to be the hit. But a lot of the album tracks, we had a lot of fans that liked stuff that was on the album.
Well, yeah. I mean, because, back in our day, if you wanted to hear something, you'd have to go down to Tower Records and buy the album and take it home and unpackage it and listen to it and, find what you personally liked. Now you just get a Spotify account and you could hear everything from everyone. And people just naturally gravitate towards things that they like or things that Spotify thinks that they'll like.
Yeah.
And suddenly it's like it's just a whole different process of consuming music.
Right. That's true. That's true.
Yeah. Kool The Gang has almost 9 million monthly listeners on Spotify right now. Right now.
I'm one of them.
You're one of them. I'm one of them too.
Yeah, I really like what Spotify is doing.
That's what it is. Robert Kool Bell, man, thank you so much. Wish you only the best moving forward. Can't wait to see what else you come up with.
Thank you.
That's what it is. Peace.